Good evening. Welcome to the special edition of the Chevy Nova 7374 Nova Show. I'm Dave Meyer. I'm one of the admins, and I'm also got the GoPro cameras also going for my YouTube show. And what I'm going to do now, this is going to be the first fire up of the Nova for spring 2020. As I've mentioned before, this car's been parked for the end of the cruising season last year. It's been sitting here since the end of September 2019. I did do a little work on it this winter. I put a quick fuel heat shield on it to protect the ECU from heat. I read on the forum how some people have been burning up their snipers, so I wanted to give it a little extra protection. I've also put a new AN fitting on that allowed me to put fuel gauge. So I've cycled the power a couple times to prime the system, and I didn't want to bore you guys with that, so I did all that work ahead of time. And now we're going to get ready to fire it up. So I hope this doesn't make me look like a liar and it fires up right away. But let's open up the garage door because, you know, I don't want to die. Oh, what the hell here? There we go. I guess it's time for a new battery in the old remote. So here we go. Firing up the Nova. It was that easy. Been sitting since the end of September. Fired right up. Can't do that with a carburetor. There we go. Spring has arrived. I don't know if you guys can really hear me over the car. That was how easy it started. Turn key, broke. So we're going to let the car warm up a little bit, put some heat in, and I turn the electric fan off. So hey guys, how you doing? I see the chat is working. Jason, I see you come back onto the channel. Welcome. I accidentally started this stream on my personal channel instead of the group. Richard Beal, how you doing, buddy? Sergeant William Hamlet, how you doing? Oh yes, the lights. I guess you guys can finally see what the lights look like when they're turned on. As you can see with the clear signal lights, I do use an orange bulb because of the vehicle rules here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, that you have to have orange lights on the front. And I went with a 9003 HD bulb, which plugs directly into the factory wiring, and it gives it still that kind of yellowy, old school headlight look. So at night, you wouldn't be able to tell they're aftermarket headlights. Oh yeah, I'm excited! Gotta do some video for my YouTube show. right now. Of course, with the Holley Sniper, I'm sorry if I'm yelling, guys. I think it's loud in here. I've also got the Holley DualSync Distributor, which connects to the Holley, so it also controls the timing at the same time. So the timing's bouncing around, so I'm idling at about 16 degrees of timing right now. I think I'm going to put a fan on before I get gassed out in here. So what do you think of my demonstration? Was I lying? It's been sitting since the end of September. So October, so November is 1 month. December, January, February, March, April. So 6.5 months. Fired right up. So I'll try and answer some questions in a couple seconds if you guys have any. So I'm already at 150 degrees. That's because I got my fan on a toggle switch, so we'll turn that on. But we don't want to overheat. So yeah, what do you guys think? No, I haven't revved it yet, Sergeant, because 2050 oil, that's like a milkshake, so I want to make sure the car gets warmed up a little bit first before I start hammering on the bearings. What a beautiful system. Beautiful system. All right, what's everyone else think? Dale Simonson, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. And yeah, Will's happy he caught the notification. I'm glad that worked. Craig, how you doing, buddy? Kim, my Nova girl sister, how you doing? Steve, good to see you. Mr. Dan Clem, you said to me in chat earlier you had your Tahoe out. Why don't you come out tonight and come for a drive? And again, with Dan Clem coming on, this is the motor he spec'd, he built. Originally, though, we ran a Holley 650 double pumper on it. And I kind of did the EFI upgrade without talking to Dan, which is something I don't normally do. Let's check on the heat, maybe I can rev it. We're at about 160 degrees, so just let me get a camera by the exhaust so I can... Shelly, can I call you back? I'm in the middle of a Nova stream showing off how easy this car starts in the spring. Yeah, can I call you back? Okay, love you. Bye. Alright, that's the boss. Maybe she can hear it fired up down by her place, which is about 3 miles away. So with the Nova now running and mobile, we're going to bring the Chevelle over onto this side of the garage. And then we're going to get the yellow Chevelle out. And then we'll move that Chevelle back and bring the Nova back in. So I'm going to go shut it down now. It is starting to run a little rich. My eyes are starting to get a little irritated. That was running at 14.0 for AFR. Yeah, what can you say, right? All right, let's see what everybody's saying in the chat here before I quickly disappear. Steve says, hi, Dave. How you doing, buddy? Steve has a beautiful red 74 Omega. He recently posted a picture, guys, looking for wheel combos. Oh, it is a little rich in here. Asking for wheel combos for his 74 Omega. So make sure you reply to his thread there. All right, let's open the door and get some fresh air through here, because yeah, the gas is starting to get to me. Thanks, Kim. Yeah, it's definitely a welcome sound. I have missed that sound. It's been like 6 months. Granted, I know everybody says, Dave, you need to move down south and that, where you can drive your car all year round. The bonuses of living up here and only driving it 6 months of the year is you get to save money to pay for upgrades or fix parts and stuff like that. So I don't mind that. Plus, I'll take that over the hurricanes and earthquakes and tornadoes you guys get down south. And yeah, Rich, as promised, she is alive. Looks good, sounds good. It definitely sounds good, Craig. And yeah, the powertrain is beautiful in this car. That's actually one thing I can control, unlike the bodywork. Carter, how you doing, buddy? Daniel Lomax has joined us. Hey, guys. And I see William is saying hi to Kim there, and that the headers look great. So, Kim, I'll have to check the forum there a little later and check out how the new headers look. And, yeah, okay, burnout in the garage, please. Oh, come on, Dad, I can't do that. Kim's talking about her headers there. Of course, William, being, the admin and founder of this group, is also quite the instigator and trying to get me to do bad things. I can't do that well. I also noticed the neighbors are across the lane, so they're probably already a little cranky. I know they think this car's too loud. I have changed the mufflers for them. So it used to be a lot louder back when I had the V-Force Flow Pro 3-inch. That's also what I have on the Omega, except for I have 2.5-inch on the Omega, and it's actually quite a bit different sound between the 2.5 and 3. All right, it's 10 after 5. I gotta go cruising later. Maybe I'll do a live feed while I'm cruising with my phone. Maybe we could do something like that. Hey, Josh, how you doing, buddy? Josh, Emery? Well, I'm killing that. I'm sorry, buddy. And yeah, you're absolutely right. There's nothing better than the sound of a V8. The only thing a little sexier than a V8 is hearing that supercharger with a V8. So make sure nobody's coming into the garage. I still got the back door open. And yeah, like Dan says, if you break it, we'll just build a 421 stroker. Absolutely right, Dan. Or if the dollar gets any better, we might build that a little sooner. Mr. Ray Williams, how you doing, sir? Joining us from California. Jealous that he gets to drive his car year-round. And Steve is asking me my opinion on the Holley Sniper. Steve, I've been running this Holley Sniper. This will be the third summer. You've seen just how easy it was to start. And actually what I should have done was stood outside the car, because I didn't have to touch the gas pedal, which you can probably see if you rewatch the video. You'll notice I didn't even step on the gas once. All I did was prime the system twice, and it was good to go. The Holley Sniper, everybody thinks, oh, I'm going to EFI, I'm going to make big power, blah, blah, blah. That's not the case, and really you got to read about it, because although I put the Holley Sniper on, my car hasn't run better at the track, but I had some other issues too. But instead of running super rich and fouling plugs and all that all the time, I found out what the Sniper with the timing control has done is it's optimized how my engine's running, and I've probably at least doubled my fuel mileage. I was at about 4 miles per gallon before. I'm just under 10, or 10.48 was the last time I calculated it. I will do a calculation and try and get you guys a little more of a report if you really want to know. But yeah, Steve, it's quite of a pricey price tag. When I did my system, granted this is Canadian dollars, I also went a little further. I bought a brand new gas tank. I bought a brand new sending unit. And the reason I did that is you have to weld a return line into the gas tank. And in the gas tank, they want a return line, and they give you this little rubber hose so that the gas will pour to the bottom of the tank instead of splashing in and foaming up. So what I did is when I bought the new gas tank, I bought some AN fittings, of course, and then welded a 3/8 tube to that AN fitting that goes to the bottom of the tank, so I don't have to worry about that plastic tube slipping off. So there's a little more expense. I also went a little overboard too, and I bought the Holley DualSync Distributor. At that time was $600 with tax and shipping to Canada. All said and done with the Sniper, it would have costed about 2,500 Canadian with all said and done, clamps, you know, hose fittings, the AN fittings. I did get the Sniper Master Kit, and what the Master Kit did is it gives you the fuel filters, the fuel pump, I think 20 or 25 feet of rubber fuel line, high pressure fuel line, and it actually does give you the connectors you need for the system. Oh yeah, a little bit of a strong wind. And of course, anyway. So I would say, Steve, it is definitely to do price, and at the same time, you know, a well-tuned carb is going to do just as well for you. But I found the EFI really optimizes. I don't mean to run on. You kind of caught me off guard with that question. But if you're going to get the Sniper, I spent the extra money and I got the distributor that goes with it, that plugs in. I also bought the extra Y-bus splitter, which plugs in where the handheld display plugs into the Sniper. What the Y does is it actually, you plug that into the Sniper, and it gives you 2 ports. And I have one port where I have my handheld plugged in, and the other port to a USB cord, which I can actually put to my laptop. So I've spent a little extra along the way, and I also bought the CAN bus extension for it. That way, I wasn't always plugging in and unplugging at the Sniper, because if I break that connector, I got to replace the wiring harness at the Sniper. So what I do is I was always unplugging and plugging in at the extension cord end until they made one of those Y splitters. I also spent a little extra to get another AN fitting here to get a high pressure fuel gauge, so I can see what my pressure's at. The system runs around 58 pounds, they say. So I just wanted to have that in because that's actually a major troubleshooting issue. Whenever people have problems, it tends to be pressure related. So I've spent a little extra money on top of the system itself. And those add-on accessories in that I got from EFI System. I think it's EFI System or EFI Systems Pro. Oh, here we go. EFISystemPro.com. I have the business card right here, actually. Look at that. Prepared but not prepared. And Chris Meyer, coincidentally, same last name. Chris Meyer runs the place, so I'll just put that up here for you guys. EFISystemPro.com, and you can also buy a lot of replacement components for the Sniper and accessories from there. And Craig, yeah, we love you too, Dave. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. William fired up Mura in this morning. It was 39 degrees. She was chilly. And Dan Clem says it's not too old. If it's too loud, you're too old. Absolutely. And yeah, Dan, we should move down south. And Zach Hansen has joined. Hey, Zach, how you doing? Zach is a new member to our Chevy Nova 7374 Facebook group. And it turns out his uncle and I go way back. From back in the day, there was an email group called the Nova Listserv, where people basically did this Nova chat, but through email, because we didn't have forums, Facebook groups, and stuff like that. And his uncle, Bruce Johnson, is one of the two Novas at twoquicknovas.com, the other being Craig Watson, who posts in our group regularly. And Zach right now, he's new, starting on his car, and I told him by all means, you know, the group's the best place for him. We got a lot of great people to help him out. But how Zach is starting is basically where I was in 1998 when his uncle started helping me. So I'm going to return the favor. Of course, by all means, everybody else, please help Zach out. And that car is beautiful. Thanks, Steve. It's the lighting, and you're also seeing the best fender, because this is the fender that was replaced after an accident in '97. The rest of the car, I'll take some pictures in the sunlight, and you can see it's true patina. Well, Zach, of course, it's going good. I got the car fired up and started, and I'm going cruising tonight. Dean, how you doing, buddy? And Larry Roach has joined. Jason says, too loud, haha. I am running 3-inch exhaust on the car, 3-inch all the way back through MagnaFlow mufflers. I forget what name of muffler it is, but I can look it up if anyone really wants to know. It is on my website, shameless plug here, chevynova.ca/73nova. And it'll be in the specs department. And Sean Michael Myers has joined us. Sean has, I guess he kind of came out of the tech closet this week, and we found out that he's actually pretty smart. So how you doing, Sean? Good to have you here, even if you do drive and join the Blue Team Blue. Mike Wilson, how you doing, buddy? He's a fellow Winnipegger, so I might have to go by his house there and rev it up to help motivate him to get his car going. And yeah, like Dan also says, Sniper's awesome, the DualSync Distributor. And the reason I went with the DualSync Distributor, at the time it was the only distributor that was working with the Sniper. They have since come out with a few other ignition systems for it, the Hyper Spark and a few other things. What I like about the Holley Sniper and the DualSync Distributor is the DualSync Distributor is just a plain distributor. There's no fancy ignition in this car. You don't need it. Well, that's a nice Prius. It's not about mileage, it's about smileage, of course. Tim Bourne has joined us. He is the Nova encyclopedia of this forum. How you in there, bud? And Zach's now asking a question here about if anyone has any tutorials on how to remove an aftermarket AC unit. Okay, that's interesting, Zach. When we talked last night, I didn't know it was an aftermarket AC unit. We'll talk later, but I promised that we would video chat this weekend, so definitely we'll talk. And see, Kim says she's been talking with Chris a lot, comparing the Sniper to the Edelbrock Pro Flow 4. She's referring to Chris from EFI System Pro. The guy is a genius with EFI systems. Excuse me for a sec. Let's close the door here. I don't like to leave the door open too long because I don't like to advertise what's in the garage. Yes, Chris is very knowledgeable in all the EFI systems, not just Holley Sniper. And Sean is asking you, Zach, what kind of aftermarket unit you have. Kim has taken off. Kim, good to see you. And it looks like Sergeant Hamlet is taking off too. See you, buddy. And I'm going to be taking off right away as well. Oh, going cruising. That's awesome. Love you, Nova Dave. Beautiful machine. Thank you very much, Sean. Like I've mentioned before, it does have a lot of patina, and the camera does hide a lot. But I will take pictures and show you guys. James, how you doing, buddy? Hopefully you'll get to see this stream from the beginning. I was trying to demonstrate just how easy the car is going to start with the Holley Sniper after sitting for 6 months. And yeah, definitely will. I'll try and get some video tonight. Craig Horika, I'll learn how to pronounce that one day, has joined. How you doing, buddy? I just fired up the Nova, and I'm going out cruising tonight. So maybe I'll make some video of cruising to try and get Greg motivated to start working on the turret. John Fuller, how you doing, buddy? Good afternoon. And Tim's back to those shenanigans again from Tuesday. Does anyone have a 4-post lift in their residential garage? You know, Jason, when I built this garage, I didn't really have good vision for the future, because I probably would have built it another 3-4 feet taller and put a hoist in here. But really, for what I do in here, including pulling motors, even transmissions, I get away with a jack and jack stands And my jack stands, I actually use the 6-ton stands because they're bigger, they're thicker, and I feel better when the car's higher up in the air than on those little flimsy 3 tons. So yeah, I go overboard. Yeah, Tim, of course, Tim's asking for the contact info. Again, I'll just put it up here. Let's see. There we go. Chris Meyer, EFISystemPro.com. And Zach, I think Sean might be able to help you out. Maybe we need some more pictures of the engine bay from all 3 angles, from passenger side, the front, the driver's side, and maybe in between. Sorry if I'm bouncing this card around, making you guys sick. And yeah, definitely Chris, very knowledgeable in the EFI system, but I will post that contact info. But guys, I'm going to wrap that up quickly. I'm sorry to jet on a quick stream like that. I love my EFI. I'm not going to say Holley's better than Phytech or Phytech's better than Edelbrock. I've never tried the other systems. I've never experienced the other systems. This is just solely my opinion on the Holley Sniper system. I'm not being paid by Holley. I'm not being sponsored or, you know, reimbursed or anything like that to speak highly of them. I'm just speaking from my own personal experience with the unit. Very happy with it. Very pleased. And I don't know what more to say. I know we have some other members on the forum who do have Phytech installed. Maybe one of them could do a little video too of their initial fire up. And maybe I'll call my buddy Pat, because my buddy Pat with the 71 Nova, he has the Phytech on his system. Maybe I'll call him up. Okay, Zach's going to post some extra pictures on in a bit. Hey, Robert, how you doing, buddy? You're just arriving late to the party. I fired up the Nova for the first time for spring 2020. Just wanted to show everybody how easy it fires up with the Sniper, so definitely go back and check out the first 10 minutes or so. Okay, so it looks like Sean's going to be helping you out there, Zach. Sean, thank you very much for doing that. And Tim Bourne's been a Holley roller for all his life. I only worked in one shop, and that had a lift. All right, guys. Well, thanks for the well wishes, guys. And yeah, I'm going to get off the internet. I might come on with a bit of a stream later. If I can find my cell phone holder, maybe I'll attach it to the window and go for a little drive. But guys, thank you for joining me quickly. I'm going to take off. Of course, I will post this and the other stream from earlier this week on our YouTube channel. And like I say to you guys, smoke tires, not drugs. And I'm going to go lead by example. Good night.